I know this is gonna go, let's see. Wait until I see myself. It says I'm live. Come on! Oh, don't you just... Oh, wait. Come on. Please! I don't think it's working. Can anybody see me right now? Uh-oh. Oh, wait. Come on! Service is not too good. Okay, I finally see myself. Let me just do a little audio test. Come on. Please! All right. There we go. That's a little better. All right. If I'm coughing a little bit, I'm sorry, everybody. Kind of sore throat, no. But hello, everybody, and welcome back to R's Trains. My name is Corey, and in today's stream, it is Sunday Runday number 43, D&H-A-PALOOZA. Whatever I titled the stream before, in today's stream slash whatever, we have on every single loop of the layout something Delaware and Hudson Railroad related for, oh my goodness, I'm not even going to be able to catch up with chat. Wow, that's quick. I was just going to say, on every single loop of the layout, we have something D&H related, whether that be a locomotive, which is on every loop. D&H cars or other assorted freight cars that would go together with the D&H. But yeah, we have quite a bit to cover tonight, actually. But thank you all for swinging in. I'm going to give it another minute or two here just to let everybody swing on in here and all that stuff. But we had a lot of people on the other chat too checking in, but I'll just kind of, I'll get a swig of water really quick. Maybe that might help. I got to do like a vocal warm-up. All right, so the first one I see on this chat is we got LGR, we got Joe, D&H-2906, we got The Great D&H, we got CJ, Trainer97, we got Charles, Phantom Productions, we got Burnsy, we got Northern New England Rail Fanning Productions, NEC Life, Trainer97, Devon McKenzie, Trayman 1993, Scott V, we got, wow, we got my dad, hi dad, we got 1-800 Clyde, we got a lot of people here, we got Shadow Fan Lines, we got Colin and all that stuff, so thank you all for, again, swinging in, everybody, and again, if you just came in, welcome to D&H-A-PALOOZA. We have so many different D&H things on the layout tonight we'll be running. But I just wanted to say this really quick while everybody's kind of here and before everyone starts dispersing and all. But a few things going on, kind of getting back into the swing of videos and all that stuff. I posted on my community page, which didn't seem like that many people saw or anything, but in a few weeks, I'm going to be doing another Q&A video. I haven't done a Q&A video since like 600 subscribers, and I'm almost now at 4,600 subscribers. So I thought, why not something fun to get the whole R's Trained community kind of back, like, you know, on all cylinders or whatever you want to say. So there's a lot of people here who I know didn't comment on the thing. So if you want to ask me any questions about the model trains and all that stuff, go, not now, or sure, if you want to go now and come back later, all that stuff, feel free. But on my community tab on the R's Trains channel, I have a post about the Q&A, which kind of gives you some guidelines. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I really hope that we can get a lot of fun different questions about the, like, you know, oh, how'd you get into trains, or XYZ, your favorite model train, ever plan on getting blank, or whatever. So if you got any burning train questions, go over there and type them on out or do whatever. I will not be answering those. Or if you're going to type your question, please don't type it in the chat here. Save it for the video, because I want to have all those questions together and have like the little comments that I put in the video and read and all that stuff. So it's a fun little way to bring the whole community together. So yeah, there's that. If you didn't see, folks, I posted a day or two ago, I did a little HO locomotive collection video, which some people saw, but I know it's not, what do you call it? The algorithm doesn't seem to want to pick it up or what have you, because I think it only had like 173. I think a lot of people still have no clue that I'm back and streaming and all that stuff, or doing videos too. So if you haven't seen that one and you'd like to see the H.O. Littleville collection fleet, go check it out. It was a lot of fun filming it, and I'll be doing a 3-part series on it. That was part 1, and then we have 2 more parts to go showing the H.O. locos. And then at some point, I would love to later this year start doing an O-scale collection stuff, kind of showing different types of like, oh, here's all the post-war locos and XYZ. So yeah, otherwise that though, I hope you all again are having a great night, everybody. I got a few things right here I wanted to show off. And again, if you like tonight's stream, make sure to smash that like button. I am trying to remember all the YouTuber isms in my head. I can't remember how I do the old outros. It's still tricky, but I'll get back into the old thing. But the first thing I wanted to show really quick is well, the definitely most recent piece of fan mail, or whatever you want to say, but this here I got from Charles Trains. So you might be able to see him in the comments here. But he did an amazing job. Look at this. He did an amazing job drawing my live steam locomotive number 2018. My little live steamer kind of looks like a really short, like GE 70 tonner. So you can see the locomotive there, and then the two riding cars with the chairs and then the logo, of course. I love this, and I'm totally getting this framed and putting down here, but I still haven't done a video on it yet, and I'll be doing a whole series on just what it's like to have a large-scale ride-on locomotive, definitely this summer, so if you're into that stuff, definitely stay tuned, but again, I'll show it one last time. This is so freaking cool. Charles, I love it. I wish you could do more, but I know what it's like to be an artist, because I consider myself one as well. And it takes a long time to make cool stuff like this. So I really, really love this. This is awesome. I wish I could have like a little fan mail thing, but I'm not very open to opening my P.O. box to the public, so to say. So this is awesome. I will be putting it over here and stuff, but it'll be... Well, actually, I don't know where I want to put it. I kind of want to put it upstairs in the office, but then I also like to have it down here too. So maybe you'll have to see, but it would maybe be nice on the wall back there, but then it's so far away and tiny. It's always nice to look at it up close and stuff, but a 10 out of 10 job. So if you're not subscribed to Charles, you can see right there his little white logo with the shield on it. Check him out. Charles does a lot of O-scale stuff just like I do, but I would love, dude, one day if you could do like a time-lapse video making train stuff like that, like, you know, you like doing the paint and all, oh, that'd be so cool. There really isn't much on that on YouTube at all, so that could be like an untapped gold mine, whatever you want to say, but awesome job. Oh, I see. Hello, Isaiah. Thank you for swinging in. And then the next thing I wanted to talk about really quick. Ba-da-ding. So I'm sure everybody here has seen the 2024 Volume 1 Lionel catalog. This is my paper copy here. I picked it up at Milepost Hobbies the other day, and it smells great because it's like brand new paper. But I was going to do a catalog review video, or kind of overview, but if anybody here knows of RJ from RJ's Trains, RJ did a video about the catalog too, and he made a great point at the beginning saying that, oh, I'm just seeing a bunch of different like train YouTubers just like glance at the catalog and not provide that much insight to it. And this was after I had already shot my video. I'm like, shoot, he's right, you know. All I was doing was, wow, that looks nice. Wow, that looks nice. And it just felt so low effort or whatever. So I canceled that video. I'd rather much more have quality over quantity when it comes to videos, and something like that where it was just shot on the iPhone and it's just like, wow, oh man, I'd love to have one of those. Wow, man, I'd love to have, like, you know, it didn't feel like it, although there were so many cool things in the catalog this year I really liked. I mean, I don't even have enough time to flip through them, but of course the 20th anniversary of the Polar Express one I'm sure is going to be a hot topic, or what have you. Let me see if I can show it. Again, if nobody has seen it, this is it here. This is the double page spread. So this is what Lionel is doing for their 20th anniversary. I can't believe it's been 20 years since that movie came out. But this is what they're doing there. They have a, what do they call this one? Polar Express, I'm trying to just see if the locomotive has a specific name. Well, it's obviously 1225, but it's in a maroon scheme. And then the next page, oh no, I can't find it. Well, they have a, wait, I think this is it right here. No, that's just their little scale set. Well, they have a lot of different versions of the Polar Express this year. They have, you know, the regular 1225. They have that one and a blue one and all sorts of cool stuff. So there's a lot of things in the catalog I'm liking this year. And I might get maybe a car or two, but I'm not looking at any locomotives necessarily, although I love the doodlebugs. These little things are so adorable. I love them. I don't know when the last time Lionel did a doodlebug was, but I love seeing the little... It's such a funny name, the doodlebug. I don't know where it came from. And then the one last thing I'll talk about really quick before I'll put the catalog down and get back to everything, is this. Again, I'm sure some of y'all might have seen it, especially when it released a few days ago. And no, I'm not going to the Bob Ross boxcar. But this, we have the Prairie. Look who's back. It has been a long time since Lionel has used tooling for their 262 Prairie. So that is a cool one. It'll be really neat to see where they go with that. But yeah, the catalog, it feels great. I always love collecting the catalogs. It's so fun to like not only look at them now, but then look at them like 10 years from now. Like, my grandfather collected all of his. Oh, hey, I see Sparky. Sparky, how you doing? Thanks for swinging in. I was just talking about big Lionel train stuff, not HO, unfortunately. But oh, I don't even know where I left off. But no, I was just gonna say, oh, my grandfather the one who got me into trains, had got me, or not got me, but he had just collected catalogs from the 70s and 80s of Lionel. So one of my favorite things was to just hang out in his office. He'd have the heater blasting on full. He'd be watching TV in the room, and I'd just be, on the floor, lying on my stomach, just flipping through all the old Lionel catalogs and be like, whoa, that's so cool. So I'm happy I still have them all. They're in the other room, but I'd love to bring them out over here and kind of add to the little R's Trains library, so to say, of ephemera, however you like to say that. But yeah, and again, if anybody's just swinging in now, thank you all for coming into the live stream tonight. I hope you all are doing fine and all that fun stuff. Again, I have a Q&A community post or what have you. If you're just coming in here, I'll be doing a Q&A video in a few weeks, so if there's any model train questions and stuff like that you want to ask, that is on the community page of R's Trains there. I have a whole outline of how it works and that stuff, but it'll be a lot of fun. And then also I just released an HO Littleville video. But again, though, if you're just, let's walk around the layout, I think, because I got to show you guys everything that we have running tonight. So we have on the outer loop, this is very uncommon. It is not mine, but it's not really a leaser, but I can pretend it. Oh, also, thank you for asking, Sparky. No, unfortunately, I am not making it to the Amherst Train Show this year. But so if anybody was asking that, I'm sorry for just getting into it now. Hey, Del Hudson, thanks for swinging in. I know SD45 looks really nice, especially the super bass. I'd love to hear that. But anyways, though, we have this. So for those who follow the O-gauge side of R's Trains, you never see me next to an MTH locomotive, because I've never really had the opportunity or kind of just found one until now. So this one is a substitute, so to say, from my friend Rich. And this is his lovely MTH 2012, it came out in 2012, D&H-A-PALOOZA RS11. This thing's got all the fancy sounds, and it looks pretty good, although MTH more recently came out with more fancy tooling, I think, because you can kind of see some recessed details, which I know in the newer models are a lot more, they actually have the vents going out and all that stuff. But this is a wonderful locomotive, and I'm going to tease you a bit with it. I'll turn it on really quick just so you can hear all its sounds. I never get to run anything modern like this. Modern as in technology and production. It's all post-war and MPC, so here she is coming to life. Unfortunately, it does not smoke, but this is such a cool model. And you got the little engineer and conductor in there. And I'll blow the horn really quick. Oh, wait, come on. And then I'll just shut it down so I can speak over it. But this thing, and then it shuts down on its own every time you turn the throttle off. That is awesome. I love that thing so much. It runs really well. I just wish it smoked. But yeah, we have. So for those who've been following for a long time, it has been always, Corey's never going to get anything modern and cool. So seeing this here, this thing's got all the works. It's got DCS/DCC and all that stuff. Although, as you can see, I have no DCS inside, so I'll have to be running it conventionally. But this thing is cool. Although I'm sad I can't keep it, there's a better version coming in. Hint, hint, for an unboxing video. So that will be, it'll wait to see that. So this is probably the only time you'll see this fella. It's the only stream it'll ever be in. But then you have a few cars. So a lot has happened since you last saw me last Sunday. This all happened on Monday. Visited Rich and got a few cool pieces from him. We have this awesome Delaware. This here, everything here is MTH. Look at this. I've never seen so much MTH, and it's awesome stuff. I really, really like it. And it's been long overdue. But we have this lovely MTH D&H gondola right here. So this has got the scrap load in it here. So that's a really cool piece. Next we have a Canadian National piggyback with the little ad for it. This trailer travels by piggyback. So that is a super cool car. Then we have the Lehigh Valley covered hopper. And what's really, really cool is that my grandmother's hometown is on it. So if I zoom in really closely, she was from Freeland, Pennsylvania, which is right under Wilkes-Barre. I'm going to try to hold it still and point to it just in case you can't see it, but right there. So, Nana, I don't know, she remembered seeing the coal trains, but never knew like what was what, so to say. But those coal trains would have been Lehigh Valley. So it is so cool. Because she'd occasionally tell me the story, oh yeah, you know, we'd walk up and down the tracks and seeing those dirty coal trains come out of the mines and all that stuff. So I saw this piece there. And I just love Lehigh Valley for its, like, you know, family, Pennsylvania, all that stuff, heritage, so to say. But the fact that it had Nana's hometown on it is awesome. I love it. And then we have my D&H bay window. I've had that one for a while. That's the Lionel one over there. But then on the inner loop over here, oh, I'm sorry, I have to push you, my friend. Then on the inner loop here, we have my Lionel TMCC Camelback, D&H, of course, number 548. It's a 260. Okay. Oh wait, no. I apologize. I forgot that little dude right there. It is a 460 Camelback. Unfortunately, it does not have a fan-driven smoke unit, nor does it have like a cruise control in it. So it is it's a very conventional, so to say, where it'll speed up and slow down. So we have that one there. We have another loaner, so to say, from my friend Rich. This is, I'm pretty sure, a command control, not a like legacy or well, of course not legacy, but not a TMCC. We have a regular, or not even command control. I meant to say conventional. It's hard because I'm trying to plan like, okay, we're gonna go to there. But we have a conventional D&H Alco C420 number 412. Again, another very modern piece which will be running. Although you see these everywhere, you don't see these. So anyways, moving over here, and then also, I hope you all like this. I got this for Christmas and I love it. It's my bare bones railroad lantern, which is LED. I can turn the wick down a little bit and it can be either very dim or it can be super, super bright. So this actually really lights up. If I was to turn out all the lights, this would almost like illuminate the whole ceiling. So this is such a cool little railroad lantern, and I love to do, in my spare time, I love to do lantern signals with it. Coming over here, unfortunately sidelined for tonight, are the D&H, I was about to say Alcos, so that would have been a big no-no. We have the D&H GE U-boats over here, number 8050 and 8051. Those two, unfortunately, didn't want to move when I put them on there. I don't know why. It could have just been didn't touch the E-unit or anything. So, but we got those there on that siding. Over here, we're going to try her out a little later tonight. Here's another thing you're never going to see on the Ars Trains layout, but you're seeing it tonight. This is my new Atlas Alco RS3, number 4110 D&H, and this thing looks killer. I love it, but it was giving me some problems earlier today, so hopefully just trying her out on some different tracks and it'll be good. But this thing looks, well, it fits the scenery, but then when you see like the 031 curves and all, it doesn't fit. But this is superb quality. Atlas did a wonderful job making this piece. So we'll be running her later, and of course this has got a TMCC in it. It's an Atlas TMCC, but again, we're running it conventional, but it's got the sounds in it. Smoke unit doesn't really want to come on, but it has a nice sound unit, headlights, and it can go nice and slow, which is really nice. And then you see up here how, I know, that's another reason I got it, was because it was so close to 4116. But then we have up here a very different RS3. This is a much, much older Lionel D&H Alco RS3. This is number 8814. D&H never had an Alco or had an RS3 numbered 8814. So we can pretend it's 4114 and that these two are siblings almost or what have you. But you can see the differences between them. I mean, this one looks so scale and realistic, and this one has much more of those that older Lionel tooling, although they got the cab really good. You'll notice how tall those windows are there. Unfortunately, Atlas made this one just a little, those windows just a little bit too squinty compared to the HO versions, which are like, you know, 1-for-1 and all. But that is everything we have D&H on the layout tonight. So it'll be quite a bit of fun running we'll get to in just a few minutes here. But I'll walk on back over to my spot. But it is so cool to see all these different D&H, to see this whole layout. I feel like this could be the thumbnail right now or whatever, but to see all this fun D&H stuff on the layout. I don't often, you think me being the D&H nut I am, I'd be doing it like every day, but this is the first time I've ever gotten all the D&H locomotives together, or even the ones that I have kind of on a loan, so to say, over here right now. But yeah, so okay, it's stayed still now. I can get back to my old spot, but yeah, it's unusual, so it's funny to see this out here. But let's see, I couldn't see chat that well, but Trainer97 says, Corey, I have a copy of that Lionel D&H. I know a lot of people here, well, not a lot of, but at least a few of you who have that locomotive, and it's a good one. It's a nice one. It's simple and all that. You don't have to worry about, like, you know, it being like $1,000 locomotive and braking. You can probably find them for like $150 or $200 on eBay, and they can pull great. That locomotive have pulled like 30 car trains with, so it's a good one as long as you, well, of course, as long as you kind of make sure that it's greased and all that, because I found with these RS3s is that if you let them sit for a long time, they'll kind of jitter all over the place and that stuff. But where'd I leave? Well, we have Danny Woodman swinging in. Hello, thank you for coming into tonight's stream. NEC Life says, I recently got myself a D&H U33C for the layout, way out of my era for me. Especially if it's on the Northeast Corridor, that would be way out of the thing. Isaiah says, honestly, you could call this live stream Sunday. Right, I mean, it was named D&H-A-PALOOZA, but something, I don't know, that stream didn't want to work, so I had to restart it and do this one here. I haven't had good luck with the live streams. Again, when it's been like months and months since I've done them, it's kind of hard to get back into the groove and all that. But, right, we have Outdoor Cowboy saying, hi, Corey, it's Cam. Well, hello, Cam. Thank you for swinging in, my friend. LGR says, I should have gotten a ride with you at ALS. I know it was tricky, though. It was like so, I was like felt like public passenger train number 1 or what have you. I had to go around and more people like, oh, can we ride? Like, all right, sure, come around. And, oh, people, can we ride and all that stuff? So I hope in the future I can get more cars and stuff like that and have a, oh, yeah, ooh, see, Bob, I know, Bob's in the other room, unfortunately. He's not here for D&H tonight. But, yeah, hopefully you can get some more cars and stuff like that and pull around some more passengers, because I know my train has got it. Hey, Drunken Pug. Late to the show, but here for Bob. All right, since you're here for Bob, I will go quickly. We can go fetch him in the next room. All right, so Bob, I'll show you Bob's home. Oh, Bernsey says, D&H is one of the last Anthracites roads I haven't touched. Oh, really? I thought you have, Bernsey, I thought you already had a RS3 maybe in the past, but I guess not. Oh, yeah, there you go. I had an Atlas RS3 for a little bit and sold it. Oh, I can hear the heater. So here's Bob's home, right by the railroad crossing sign. I guess we'll have to bring him back over here. Does everybody remember? So it's kind of niche, but a while ago, like 2-3 years ago, I did a Christmas music video for the trains, and this is where I introduced Bob, because I did this. Like, you know, he'd be watching the trains go by, and I was holding him from underneath the table, and he was doing the ding, dong, like I was pumping him around. I was laughing so hard when I put that in, like, oh, he's cute. And then everybody in the comments of the video would be like, oh, I love the dancing snowman. He made my day. So I'm like, all right, I guess Bob's a character on the channel now. So if anybody remembers that video, that was when Bob was first introduced. I think that was winter of 2021 maybe, or something like that. But there we go. Bob is back. We are now at a proper thing. Oh, Sparky says, at Amherst this year, there will be a YouTube meetup. Oh, at the Mini Prince booth at noon on Saturday. There you go. So again, if anybody is going to Amherst, just to let you know, yours truly, unfortunately, will not be able to make it. Scheduling conflicts in college is starting this week, or yeah, technically this week and stuff. So I unfortunately won't be able to make it, and I kind of blew my Amherst budget already. So there's always 2025 though. What happened about, well, LGR, Bob never had it. I always wanted to find him a little carrot, but I never got around to it. I'm sure I have a little orange Lego piece I could make as his nose, or what have you. Trainer 97 says, okay, hear me out. What if the Polar Express was a secret train that was ran by the D&H at night during Christmas, since it has a D&H styled headlight? Well, actually, I remember seeing somewhere on YouTube, someone was, I'm wondering if this was Carter, Trainstorm's video on his Polar Express, where somebody showed a picture, kind of, I think, like the influence of the Polar Express, and there was, I think, another Northern that looked like a D&H one, but it had the sunken-in headlight, or it was just a bigger and longer locomotive. The D&H Northerns, although very similar to a Burke, they had elephant ears on the sides, just like Union Pacific 844. So they looked very weird. I saw one picture online of, maybe that was it, what I'm thinking of, but was the D&H Northerns without their elephant ears with the sunken headlight. And they look so long, it looks so weird. So, I don't know. It'd be really interesting to learn the inspiration for the Polar Express. I know it was 1225, but why the certain look? Because obviously the movie version, although it looks like 1225, it has its own differences and stuff like that. So I like the sunken headlight. I think it looks great. I think it looks very D&H-y. So it'd be interesting to know why they did that. Oh, we have Shadow Fan Lines. Hello, thank you for swinging in. Colin says, this will be my first time going to the Amherst Railway Society, which I'm very excited about. Well, hopefully you're there for the weekend. If anybody's going to Amherst this year and it's their first time too, it is a very hard show to cover in one day. There is so much to see. And that's why it sucks. I wish I could make it this year. But there is so much to see at Amherst. And that's always the fun of it, because it's what, 1, 2, like 5 buildings, I think. So you, like Sparky said, you need like 2 days, 3 days to get through that whole thing. And that's, it sucks. I wish I could go. But there's always the fun layouts to see, of course. But it would always be so tiring, because I would be wearing my brain down, like, okay, I have to find this or whatever, and I'd be like using my American picker's eyes, or what have you, my picker eyes, and like really like scanning left and right, looking for that one car I really want, or just looking for something. But yeah, last year was the first time I had ever left Amherst without a train. I got a few little scenery things, but I didn't get a locomotive, but I think I might have gotten one freight car. And I felt so bummed, like, oh man, there wasn't much D&H or whatever. So hopefully I won't miss out on much, or what have you, this year. But every year, it feels like it just gets better and better with the different layout coming in, or a new vendor bringing in whatever. So if you are going to Amherst, have a great time. It'll be a lot. Hopefully it won't be blizzardy like 2021 was. All right. Oh yeah, Sparky says, I love seeing the modern day 7.5 scale locos. Yeah, Adirondack Live Steamers, the club I belong to, displays. I believe it's Pioneer Valley who also displays there, and it was always fun I think last year they had a little display that would go back and forth, or heavy, so that was fun to see and all. We have JRH Productions saying, good to see you back. Well, thank you for swinging in tonight. NEC says an O&W Polar Express would be a fun project with the Y2 as power. I would love to see the triplexes, the Erie triplex as Polar Express power. It would be very odd and all, but yeah, I think it's time we start cranking the locomotives to life. So this always takes a few minutes to get right, because especially with the big fancy locomotives, I got to get everything just set right. But now is the time where I jinx myself. But this thing runs really cool. Unfortunately, most of the locomotives can't run slow, because they're all running conventional, of course, but this locomotive here, the RS-11, is the only one with cruise control in it, so it can go super, super slow. And it's super nice. So anyways, yeah, let's bring the trains to life. This might take me a sec, but bear with me. It's always that little bit of making sure you've got everything just adjusted right. Because it's like the second I walk away, oh, now the locomotive can't make it around a turn, or it's going too fast and it's going to fly off. All right, you can slow down just a little. All right. All right, I think I got it. Charlie says, I remember when I went to the Amherst train show, I met Mr. Brady from Brady's Train Outlet and got myself a Lionel MPC. Oh, is that? Oh, I love that Hudson. So Bernsey asks a great question. If anybody, again, has been here on the channel for a while, I used to have a TMCC system, but what had happened was this layout is split up over 2 ZWs, and it is a weird spaghetti wiring, and it is not fun to explain. So I'd like to actually get like a new system or something. I think, I don't know, I might get even, well, I don't know, DCS is tricky to find. But I'd love a system that can operate both legacy and DCS, or just, you know, MTH locos. So I'll have to see what the future brings. But yeah, my TMCC only worked on the outer loop. And that was before I got these nice locomotives, which just came in a few days ago. So naturally, I had it for like 2 years, and the only locomotive I had was that one there to test it out on. My CSX SD70 Mac down there is a conventional, so I never used that one or anything. But let me make sure I got the RS11 set right to the loop over there. Come on. I just want to make sure it's not going to jump in speed. All right, I got it. So I'm going to put my bare bones lantern up here next to the rest, and we'll go around and check things out. I'll be back in a little bit, my RS11 friend. Oh no. Oh no. I forgot to plug the station in. There we go. So, Charles says, oh no, this would be a great question for the Q&A video. But Charles says, how many O-scale Delaware and Hudson locomotives do you have? Well, let's see. Running tonight, well, ones that are in my collection, we have this one here. So the steamer, we have the Atlas RS3 down there, the D&H RS3 on the upper loop, the Lionel one, and the U-boats. But I have a few extras coming in that will be replacing this one here, the Loner, the C420, and the 5002. And I saw MTH came out with a Rail King Alco RS3 I'm really eyeing, but it's a Rail King RS3 and not like an Atlas one, so the detail isn't as good, but it can navigate 027 curves, which I'm definitely thinking about. And it's got all the nice command control and smoke and all that stuff. But yeah, anyways, I missed chat. But Sparky, I would love it if I could find a nice Conrail GP9. That would be a perfect addition to the layout. Right, Joe, you are 100% correct. Not enough. Thank you, LGR. I'll be coughing probably quite a bit tonight, so you don't have to worry about excusing me every time and all that stuff. Sparky says, I'm on the hunt for 3 I'm assuming that's Conrail GP7s. Train Nerd 97 says, imagine Big Boy 4014 as the Polar Express. That would be actually kind of cool. But 844 would make such a good Polar Express. All right, the RS11 is just about to come through. We can do a nice pan shot as it goes by, but it goes super nice and slow, and I'm very impressed with it. Again, I just wished it could snow. Unfortunately, LGR, I do not have a nose currently ready for Bob. Unless if I was to use like one of these sticks, but they're too thin. And again, for anybody coming in here, if you're enjoying the stream, make sure to smash that like button. It's a lot of fun to see all this D&H stuff here tonight. And then just look at those nice big scale cars. Oh yeah. The PA Farm Show is easier to cover. Never been to it. I'm sure there's a lot of farm shows in Pennsylvania. A Polar Express GG1, that'd be funny. A D&H parade, that'd be awesome. I don't know, still, me being in the O-Gauge and Lionel and O-Scale and that stuff, I've still never been to York. That's where all the big O-Scale guys and YouTubers go, but I'm just ever so slightly too far away, being all the way in like Saratoga, New York. That is like a 7-hour, 8-hour drive, I think. And I know there's guys who fly in New York, so I have no excuse, but I don't know, it's just tricky because I always have work whenever it is, whether that be actually working as a passenger conductor or I think, yeah, April. So passenger conductor and I still have college, so it's kind of tricky to work around. And right, they also have one in October, which I also have been college that on. I know, though, York would be the perfect, I'd love to, maybe, who knows, maybe we'll see this year. I'd love to go. Polar Express Thomas, we love it. Carter would love it if he was here. Hey, SMT, Harrison, thanks for swinging in. Again, he's here again. So you would think that the York train show would be in New York, but no, it's in Pennsylvania. Here we go. We got Sparky and Harrison here tonight. This is awesome. Well, again, for those just tuning in, it is D&H-A-PALOOZA tonight. We have a bunch of different O-scale D&H things on, including this lovely MTH Alco RS11. This thing is super slow and nice, and I love it lots. Right, so as Dad said, it is in York, Pennsylvania. Shadowfan Line says, Corey, did you see the Lionel catalog? Yes, I did. Actually, where did I put it? Oh, there it is. It's right down there. Again, I wish I had a fancy gimbal for this. And then, yes, Cam, I saw your comment, buddy. Oh, man. Cam, if you ever come back over here again, you got to bring some of your nice O-scale pieces. Look at all that D&H in one shot. You got 4 locomotives there. I know, just as Dad was saying, I still can't believe how much Harrison has grown over the past like 5-6 years. It has been one wild journey. Right, fast break coming through. I wanted to. It's too hard. It takes too long. No, I'm not going to be hitting up the HO layout tonight, so please don't leave yet, my HO viewers. But nah, it's just too much with all this going on, and then to go over to Littleville. So unfortunately, Harrison, I wanted to get. So I don't know if you know the Amherst Railway Society train show in Springfield, Massachusetts. I wanted to go to that one, but I can't make it to this year. So unfortunately, I don't know if I can do many train shows because working as a passenger conductor for the Saratoga, Corinth, and Hudson Railway, and then college kind of takes up a lot of my time. So I don't know, but I have spent a train show's budget on a lot of new trains coming in soon. Colin says, hey Corey, do you have any HO scale stuff too? Oh, I mean, I've got the whole layout over there. I'll quickly show off Littleville again if anybody doesn't know of it. But oh, I'd love to do a Z scale layout on O scale because I think when you put Z and O together, Z scale is about the size of live steam trains. So I'd love to have a little live steam train, like little layout on an O scale thing. It'd be so funny. We're getting a lot of good questions. Again, if anybody has questions they want to put, I have a Q&A thing on my community tab. I'll be doing a Q&A video in a few weeks, but I want as many questions as possible on that thing about like trains and all. But let's see, I missed a few of them there. Trainman says, wouldn't it be cool if there was a D&H festival? Well, they missed it last year, the 200th birthday of the D&H, but who knows? In 2032, that's when the D&H Railway was born, so that's the big one. Burnsy says, go to the York show, makes up for not going to the rest. Right. What one is the busier, the spring or fall? I'd imagine that spring is the busier of the two. Again, another great question for the Q&A, but Caboose 1973 asks, what is your best running locomotive? Well, it's kind of a tricky one, but a locomotive that never lets me down, and one I'm going to be doing a personal video on soon, is my 681 Lionel post-war turbine. Such a great locomotive. Oh, Isaiah, I'd love S-scale too. I've always wanted to get a little loop of American Flyer and have a small flyer layout. Although O-gauge guys would be like, that's treachery. And then I'd be like, well, I have the HO layout over there, so how far can I go? Oh my goodness, a whole bunch of comments just said it. Let's see. Man, it's just become a Q&A stream. Again, if you have any good questions, please put them on the community tab. I really want to do a whole nice big Q&A video and all that stuff. But Sparky says, what is your favorite sign on the wall? And what sign do you want to... Well, there's a lot of signs I want. I'd love a big Texaco one, but my favorite sign is this Park in Tilford's one right there. That one came locally. I found it there was an old white house, an old farmhouse that used to be nearby. And we used to know the gentleman who lived there, or kind of owned the property, super nice guy. And he had passed away and they'd knocked down the house, and I found this beautiful double-sided porcelain sign in the ruins of the basement. Like, I'd be stupid if I just let that thing go into a waste bin. So pulled it out of there and put it on my wall, and it's one of my favorites, especially if you watch American Pickers. That's the stuff they do all the time. LGR says, any rail fanning lately? Unfortunately, no. Oh, Bernsey says, the fall show is bigger. Thank you. I'm going to screenshot that, actually, so I remember that. Harrison says, we need to figure out a 3-point plan to corrupt our straits. Well, all right. So, again, if you're just swinging in here, this is Littleville, my HO scale layout. So it is quite literally a little village. But I just released a video the other day. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. But I'll be covering my HO scale locomotives, the collection and all. So there's a lot of different ones we have to look at. And it's usually about 5 to 6 per video. But a lot of these have either such cool stories or it's just fun to go over and personally see each and every locomotive. So Trust me, I have well got my foot through the door with HO. But again, never enough, whatever you want to say. Colin says, S-scale trains is like the size of toy cars that you would play with as a child. Right, S-scale is like that in-between. Yeah, Sparky, that's a great one. I am part-time HO scale. I've got an NCE Power Cab DCC. I don't have any DC, well, I do have one DC locomotive, but it is not mine. Well, it is mine, but I just... Right, I remember from the old Discord days when Burnsy and all the other O-scale guys would say, it's O-scale or no scale. I remember George GFW Trains saying that a lot. Great D&H says, come on, Corey, go all in and get N-scale. Could you imagine how big of a layout this would be if this was all N-scale? Oh my goodness, you could have like you could have the whole D&H, like, whatever division you want, you could have it right there. Oh, LGR, that's a good question. Oh, again, if you have any questions about the collection, any of that stuff, put them on the Q&A page. But this here, I got in an antique show, and I love the patina. This is probably I'm going to say probably mid-60s, maybe early 70s Ford tailgate, and it has got wonderful rusty patina on it, and I'm like, that would make such a cool wall piece. Although I'm not the biggest Ford guy or anything, I mean, you got Buick right there and plenty of other different cars and GM stuff especially. I still have a soft spot for classic 40s, 50s, and 60s Fords. Oh, and the AT&T sign. Well, everybody's talking about the sign collection now. Oh, and as you can see, I've been filming videos recently, so keep on the lookout. But these here came from the same place as the chocolate sign. These are some two very hard to find American telephone and telegraph AT&T signs. So these are double-sided porcelain. These are super, super cool. Again, I've seen similar ones, but I've never seen one with the exact same, like all the different fonts on it and words and all that stuff. All right, I missed a bunch of comments. Phantom Production says, Corey, have you seen Galaxy Express 999? It's an animated movie. No, I haven't seen it, but it sounds interesting. Colin says, was that Pan Am? Well, I had a Pan Am -8 back there, so probably us. You know, I would like some O&W. An O&W diesel would be nice, or what have you. Like, well, actually, I don't know. Do they have many NW or SW2s? That'd be a nice one, like a nice modern one. LGR, you're very close. I believe 30, if everyone's talking about the HO trains, 302 is 2102, just dressed up for the D&H for its 150th anniversary a long time ago. There you go, everybody. So Sparky says, never seen a tailgate hangover. There you go. Again, a video I want to do some point, but I don't know if I'll ever actually get to doing it. It's just the whole train room tour. Because there's so much stories behind every single thing here. That's just the love of collecting. Whether it be something I really, really like, for example, the 49 Mercury, or this radio here, or this radio here, the picture of my great-grandfather in his meat delivery truck. Like, everything here is a story, and I'd love to go over it one day, but oh my goodness, I'd be killing everyone's attention span doing that video. Oh my goodness, the Sphinx. Did I ever show this? I think I showed it last week. So this here's my Sphinx I made last semester for my art history class. It's bizarre. It definitely doesn't fit anything else down here, but what can I say? It's I had to, again, for those just comment, wouldn't this make a bizarre thumbnail? Happy D&H Day. But I had to do, instead of doing a research paper for my final project in my art history class, I wanted to do the visual research project report, or whatever the name of the assignment was. Oh, something is off the tracks. It's not an orange train stream without a derailment. Oh, I know. I think, oh, the camelback derailed. All right. No, just what I was saying. I had to make, so you had to recreate a historical, like, like ancient work of art, so to say, and the Sphinx definitely counts. Because, I mean, a lot of work went into making that thing. And it is a popular, oh yeah, the front pilots came off. But, yeah. Ow! Yow! Oh! Ow! Ow! Ooh! Ouch! That has been off the tracks for probably 3 minutes. And those front, those front pilots are so hot. Oh my! Ow! I don't know if you can kind of see it. Youch! That is burning. See, that's the problem. When I go off and start wandering off, something always happens. But yeah, that's the thing. That's what I don't like about the camelback. I've had this issue before. All the weight in the locomotive is back here. Those pilots, although they have a good spring, they're just so lightweight they go up and down. So there's kind of a little hump right here. And sometimes it hasn't happened all day though, but it did happen earlier that, yeah, I did. Yahoo! Right, Hotbox didn't get that one. But, one sec, I gotta cough and laugh. But I'm gonna give that a few minutes to. We'll just get back to talking. LGR asks a great question. Where's the blimp? Well, my Zeppelin, unfortunately, is still at college. My professor really, really wanted it to be on the, what do you call it? The class. We have like well, I don't. It's kind of more of just oh, this is what happened this semester. So my Zeppelin, which I'll show a picture of again, because why not? Because we have a lot of people here. Again, if you're enjoying the stream, make sure to smash that thumbs up button. But let's see if I can find it really quick. But my professor wanted to keep it over this spring semester because she's like, oh, it's so cool. So it'll be a while till it comes back. But again, another one of my hobbies and interests, Zeppelins. I love this thing. So it's kind of, there's a lot of different influences on it, but big influence would be the Zeppelin from Up, the movie Up. Pixar's Up. But it is so cool, and I miss it, and I was going to decal it and add all sorts of extra details, but unfortunately, it is going to be gone for a little while, and I just hope nothing happens to it. I swear, it's like I'm going to come back, it's like, where did the back half go? What happened to the tail fins? I can see it easily being dropped because it's kind of like if you create your own models or something, and you only you know how fill in the blank goes or how this specific piece is made. So I have a feeling that someone might try to handle it and doesn't quite know where to put their hand, and then oh, the tail fin snapped off, and I put so many hours into that thing. I probably put like at least 24 hours, like not like all the hours I put together, or what have you. Not like, oh yeah, I spent one day making it, and actually I was like 6 hours. I'm talking 24 hours plus it took to put that whole thing together. So I really hope it doesn't get damaged. But it is very cool. I think it is 4 feet, or yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 4 feet. So it is long, it is big. But I was originally going to do it at 7 feet, and my professor and my parents and everyone was like, no way, you're going to be able to do something that big. And good thing they told me so, because that would have taken a long time. Let's see. I missed a lot of messages. I'll go back to Harrison's I see up there. He says, I think people would like to hear some of the stories about the collection. The whole basement is an antique store, except it's clean and organized. Right. It'd be so much fun to go to antique stores and find old, I mean, that's where a lot of things here came from and all. But yeah, or you can call it my own little personal museum, whatever you want to say. Right, I did pull a Gomez. Well, no, Gomez didn't get hurt by his own trains. He hurt his trains. Hope it. Right, I'll need big engineer gloves from now on. Right, there is a lot of fun, different historical things in it, so it is very cool. Oh, a Goodyear blimp. That's funny. I like that. NEC. Hey, Real Chief 74. Thanks for swinging in. All right, Isaiah says, forgot to mention, Corey, I left you some questions. Oh, awesome. Thank you. And again, I hate to keep spamming it, but I'm just trying to make sure if anybody's swinging in, if you haven't seen my Q&A post on my community tab on the Ars Trains channel, in a few weeks I'll be doing a big Q&A video. Like, if you haven't seen my old Q&A video from when I was at 600 subscribers, very similar format, but I'm going to be trying to answer a lot of different questions about the model trains and the whole collection here and all that stuff. So if you got any questions, please, please, please go over there and ask them. I want to get like as many different questions and people in it as possible. I'll be putting up the actual comments, so when you're watching the video, you get to see, you know, the channel name and the icon and what the person's question is. So it'll be a lot of fun. I can't wait. But again, it'll be a few weeks till I actually put the video out. So you still got time, but if you're here, do it now so you don't have to do it later. Mom and Dad know that phrase well. I came up with that one as a kid. Oh, the little Lego VW bus. That one was fun. I think I got that in 2014. It took a while to make that one. All right, Trainman 1993. Thank you, Ralph. But Trainman 1993, thank you for swinging into D&H-A-PALOOZA night tonight. Oh, dang it. Oh, Harrison, this is such a good question for the... I don't want to answer this one because I have a feeling but hopefully many thousands of people see the Q&A video instead of just our little group tonight. But Harrison asks a great question. Outside of model railroading, classic cars, and antique collecting, do you have any other hobbies? Well, I have quite a bit of hobbies, if I say so myself, to take up for all that free time I have as an only child. But I love 50s. Well, as you can see, I love 50s things, but... And besides cars, I love 50s music, especially 50s rock and roll and rockabilly. I have a very big old vinyl collection, which I can't show because it's all the way up in my bedroom. It'd take a very long time, but have tons and tons of records. And I'm just getting into it, but I love playing rockabilly guitar / rock and roll. So I've got a very nice, let me see if I can find a picture of the Gretsch just to show you guys, because that is one heck of a cool guitar. But I've got a Gretsch, then there's my dad's old Fender Stratocaster, and slowly but surely I'm playing, or getting a little bit better at it to do simple songs. You know, I can't do no super fancy, I don't know, like if anybody knows of the Stray Cats' Rock This Town, that's a crazy one from a solo perspective. Good luck trying to play that one quick, but hopefully later this year I would love to there's a little local place in Saratoga that does open mic nights, and I would love to start out there playing live music. And there's a rockabilly band I know, and I would love to well, even if I could just join them for one show, it'd be so much fun to play on the stage live and play the same music I always love and listen to. Shoot, I can't find a picture of my my awesome looking Gretsch. I know I've got a video of it, or not a video, a picture of it, but, oh, here we go. So this is the Killer Cool Gretsch. It's way upstairs, but it's the red guitar in the, well, reddish-orange guitar in the center. So the other two come from Dad. He got them decades and decades ago, but I've now picked up the guitar pick and started playing, and it's a lot of fun. I used to play piano, but I found... guitar is actually, I enjoy guitar a lot more actually, and again, I just started like last year, so maybe one day I can do Corey sings and dances and plays old Johnny Cash train song stream. That'd be I'd have to get like 100 viewers for that or something. You know, I'd do that for 10K. If we got to 10K anytime in the next few years or whatever, I would gladly do that. That'd be so much fun. Playing train songs on a moving train. That'd be awesome. And then again, I got a lot of other hobbies. I love American Civil War, just the history on it and stuff, and especially visiting the battlefields. I love that. Just love history in general. World War II is really cool. Both my grandma and my grandfather were in it, so a lot of stories about that. On my mom's side, my great grandfather was in World War II, and then on my dad's mom, my grandmother, all many of her siblings were in World War II, but. History, and then just collecting and so many different things. It's kind of hard to talk about on the one. And again, cars, sign collecting, all that stuff. I do have many different hobbies. It did take a long time to put all together, but thank you for that question, Harrison. I'm hoping somebody would ask that one someday. NEC says, after collecting all types of railroad memorabilia, I finally got my hand on 1930s D&H magazine. Oh, the old one. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Phantom Production says, you know what would go with a little Godzilla figure and feature some... No, I don't want Godzilla to tear up 70s D&H. But, again, if anybody has been on subscribed to the channel for a little while, one of my... And on the topic of shorts, has anybody seen the few shorts on YouTube I just viewed? Not pants, come on now. But the videos I put out, I posted one of a derailment I did in 2018 right after I started the channel. It was an intentional one before I really realized the value of these model trains. But I did that one. That one's kind of like off the rail. Oh, good pun there. But literally off the rails, it's almost at like 10,000 views. That's nuts. But that one, the YouTube algorithm likes, I guess, train derailments or whatever. But I've got so many silly comments on that one with people like, oh, my fill-in-the-blank niece was on that wreck. Oh, my little grandmother was on that one. Or, oh, I don't know. There's so many funny comments on that. It's so silly. But what was I going to say, though? No, but a YouTube short I did a while ago was one of my tin robots. Another thing I collect, old tin robots. I had a little red tin robot marching through the center of the street here in the O-gauge layout. And it was really funny to watch the trains going around and him like doing the little robot walk and like pushing everything off. So that was a fun one. But I have done something like that before though. Let's see. Danny Woodman says, I play a lot of country and bluegrass. Ooh, well, the country I like is old country. I love Hank Williams Sr., and I love Hank's old gospel songs. That man poured his heart out over the microphone. Such great stuff. I love playing that too. Oh, Wabash Cannonball would be a fun one to play. JRH Production says I play the drums. I always wish I got into drums. I find myself tapping my fingers a lot, and I don't even play drums. Shadow Fan says, the cursed coin bank. Well, it's right behind. Oh, imagine if that thing lit up. Again, if anybody's coming in, that's the cursed Lionel. It's like haunted or whatever, I guess. It just turns on its own. It's very finicky. Oh, Sparky's heading out. All right, Sparky, 107, 107. Thank you very much for swinging into tonight's stream. Enjoyed talking to you, too. So, and again, if anybody is going to the oh, no, he beat me to it. I'm going to plug it. I was just going to say, if you're going to Amherst, Sparky's doing a whole YouTube meet and greet. I'm sure he probably has a video on his YouTube channel. See, I almost got you. But no, he's doing a little meet and greet at the Amherst Railways trade show by the mini prints thing. I would love to get a mini print of myself and my whole train crew at the Saratoga, Corinth, and Hudson, and have little figures of ourselves for like HO or O scale. Oh right, my favorite Johnny Cash train song is the train. I can't go that deep, but I'll try. Train, train, train. I've got a thing about trains. I don't get how he can do that. I get a sad kind of feeling. I love that one. When I see a passenger train. That's such a great... that's my favorite Johnny Cash train song. I actually don't know the title of it, though. I'm going to guess it's Trains... I've got a thing about trains. But I know Johnny Cash has a few train albums I'll have to find and get. Oh, great D&H. You just went there. Again, would have been a great question for the Q&A video. Very controversial question. But in your opinion, D&H plus Guilford equals trash. Guilford did it wrong. But no, I'm not a very big fan of Guilford. I know not many, but several D&H old-timers who have nothing positive to say about Guilford. And it sounds like and again, I mean, what can you expect, though? It's the 80s. So many railroads shut down or just were going to go bankrupt regardless of what bad mergers happened. But Guilford did not help the D&H. And I actually remember reading like a forum thing earlier that if the D&H had been sold to fill in the blank instead of Guilford, or if N&W had here's your fun fact of the day. Did you know that the Norfolk and Western Railroad owned the D&H? At least I hope I got that right. Please don't tell me I got it wrong. I'm pretty sure I got that fact right. I hope I got that fact right. But I believe it was in the late 60s the N&W had bought the D&H. So 611 D&H on the main line up here in Saratoga anytime soon, please. But no, I think it was if the D&H had been sold to, like, I can't remember. It was a big, really big, I can't remember. But if it was sold to fill in the blank railroad over at Guilford, that they might still be around today under the Shield instead of CP, where they say it's still around under Canadian Pacific, but it isn't actually, in my humble opinion. But I do need some Guilford locomotives, I agree. But I'm going to patch them and get rid of that G and put a lovely D&H Shield over it. Exactly, NEC Life is right. Guilford scrapped the poor Penn division. Poor Penn division. I see Trainer 97's comment, and I saw the before I even read it, so I know it's a joke. Hey, Corey, can you say the thoughts of how that short of the train wreck got derailed? Right, that too. Johnny Cash loves Lionel. I have the Johnny Cash Lionel boxcar. T says, hi, Bob. Wait, where is Bob? He's back there. I don't have my... Well, I can just do this. There we go. Now Bob and I are in the same shot. Booyah. But where did I leave off? Great big rolling railroad. Imagine if the Erie Lackawanna survived, then bought the D&H in Lehigh Valley. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think any of those smaller railroads ever had a chance, especially in today's thing. Maybe they could have survived to the 2000s, but at some point they would have got bought by Norfolk Southern or CSX. Oh, no kidding. Oh, yeah, right, Cam. I remember you saying that. Great D&H. Oh, great one. Says, correct me if I'm wrong, but nobody has ever made a scale model. There's a lot of places that have never been touched. I don't think anyone's ever touched the Schenectady Alco plant. What a huge missed opportunity. You can get every single road name Alco you ever want because it all came out of the D&H Schenectady plant. Assuming it's a diesel, of course. Steam engines, that might be a little bit different. But they made a majority of steam engines. But, oh my goodness, how come nobody's done the Alco Schenectady plant in like the 50s or 60s? Talk about all those cool Alcos that would have rolled out. You can do any road name you want. I mean, like Lehigh Valley, Santa Fe, or whatever. So many. No one's ever done that. No one's done the poor old D&H colony shops. The old saying goes that if you got a job at the Delaware and Hudson's Colony, New York shops, you could work anywhere on any single railroad ever, because that back in the day was a very high tech. Well, when I say high tech now, it sounds like computer boards and all that stuff, but high tech. Old school days, steam and early diesel service shops and all that. I mean, they did some big stuff there. I mean, can't mention it yet. I'll be mentioning it soon. But the sign as it goes on the shops, it had the two Alco PAs there. It said, where big things happen, D&H Colony Shops. I love that sign so much. CSX, train counting railfan, says, when are you going back to ALS? Well, I was hoping to do it this weekend, but Saturday and today have just been all inclement weather, so I don't really know, but I have to get back to my poor little train. Chat's starting to go really fast. I gotta catch up to it. I see many Johnny Cash posts and all that. Train Nerd 97, thank you for swinging in, my friend. Have a great night. Great D&H says, I don't want to be that guy, but I'm making the colony shops for that. Well, good luck, because that's a lot of track and a lot of brick buildings. Oh, where's my colony brick? Here it is. When they were taking apart when they knocked down everything, I found this in the ground, and this is my old colony brick. So it's pretty insignificant. But this brick was to one of the best railroad shops in all of America. I mean, back in the early 1900s and all that stuff, colony shops were legendary. So this is actually a pretty historic brick, if I say so. It's very lightweight, though. And I found it on I guess it's the very southern tip of the yard. I think that's kind of where Yeah, they had a roundhouse there. I think that probably could have been from the roundhouse. So if that is, oh man, if that brick could only talk, I would have seen so many cool locos. Ah, Rose Jewel Railroad. Oh, you're coming in just now. Oh, but hello, thank you for swinging in. And this is my last time I'll say it tonight. I promise, I promise. If you're just swinging in now, make sure to smash that like button, of course. It would all. But, and again, if you're just coming in, check out my community page. I'll be doing a Q&A video in a few weeks. I really want as many cool train questions as possible over there because I'd love for it to be a nice big logged video. I love questions so much. It's always fun to answer. But if you got any good questions about the O-scale trains, the H-scale trains, railroads I like, or what other hobbies, things I collect, please go over to the community page and ask it there. I really want to have all the cool different comments and all that stuff there. Yep, N&W, yeah, D&H is part of their system, so they had a big railroad. GE's Fort Worth, Texas shops. I don't know how big that is. Oh, man, imagine doing that. Actually, this is a question I should know, but I don't. Upstate New Yorkers in the chat who know a lot about trains. Does anybody know if the General Electric shops in Schenectady produced any locomotives? I know GE and Alco collaborated on many things, and GE would make, like said, electrical things, or what have you, electrical components at Schenectady and ship them over to Alco. But did the GE Schenectady plant ever make any like locomotives, like 44 tonners or 70 tonners? Did they ever build locomotives there? I would almost think no, but that's where GE started from, which is really cool. Great D&H says, I obviously can't create the entire shop's yard and roundhouse. I can certainly do the main building and the two along the western side. I'll have to post a video. Oh, heck yeah. Let me know when you do. I'd love to see it. Yep, Joe, now you need N&W. Ooh, the Starucca shops. Oh, the Starucca Viaduct. I'd love to see that modeled. Colin says, I think GE made diesel engines for Alcos because Alcos really do sound like GEs. I know that's kind of a tricky question because I remember my dad and I getting into a debate. Like, Dad is like, no, they never made anything there. But I'm like, they were so close to railroad tracks, and GE made plenty of locomotives in the like late 40s, 50s, and all that stuff. So sometimes there's that one person who knows it all and can enlighten us. But I do not think, I guess that person is not here tonight. NEC Live says, Corey, have you seen the Great Bluestone Viaduct, Starucca yet? Well, I mean, I've seen pictures of it. I've never seen it in person. Is it even still standing? But, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be live for too much longer now. Just saying. What I have you, because we're going on like 73 minutes now, and we had our fun earlier. If you want to see the model trains running, well, you can either skip to earlier in the stream, but I did a very nice big video today that covers D&H-A-PALOOZA and all the different locomotives running around the layout, which was a lot of fun. And a lot more smoothly held and all that stuff. But all right, Danny Goodman, or Woodman, although that also sounds cool too, Danny Woodman. Thank you for swinging in tonight. I appreciate it. Oh, JRH Productions. Oh, again, that would have been a great question for the Q&A video. But he says, in the community tab. I'm annoyingly plugging it tonight. JRH Productions says, you own any Broadway Limited? Yes, I do. I've actually had 3 Broadway Limited. Oh, that's a tongue twister. Broadway Limited locomotives. When I was a little kid, Dad got me, but I never actually unboxed it. Dad got me a Broadway Limited New York Central Dreyfuss Hudson, and I never unboxed it because something had happened to where we already knew it was damaged, I guess. So we had to send it back to the train shop, and I never replaced it with the Broadway Limited loco. So technically had that one, and man, I kind of wish I had it back now because my goodness, what a beautiful locomotive. But the second one I got, which I think I got at Amherst, in like maybe 2014, 15, maybe 16. I had gotten a Gulf Mobile in Ohio 462. I have no relation to that railroad, but I just like, oh, that's a nice looking steamer. So had that one for a few years, and I sold it in I think 2019, and then just last year, or maybe 2 years ago, I had gotten a Broadway Limited 484 Northern. It's Reading 2102, but dressed up as D&H 302 during the D&H's 150th birthday. But no, that's it. I don't have that much of it, though. Shadow Fan Line says, Corey, you should make some custom O-Gauge Back to the Future DeLorean that could go on your tracks. That would be pretty cool. That actually, I haven't done, no one has done that. Lionel, MTH, Atlas, whoever, Renards, if you're listening, please do it. That would be super cool. I'd love that. But oh my goodness, I need a DeLorean. But they're so expensive. I can't find a good 1/48 scale DeLorean for like under $50, $60. Come on. Because talk about the place to put it. I mean, Back to the Future, 1955, have the DeLorean in the tunnel or something. I mean, I've got Christine, 58 Plymouth on the other side, but oh, I love Back to the Future. That was an awesome one. Because they went back to the 50s. LGR, no, yeah, it was awesome meeting you there too. Hopefully, can see you at the fall meet. I won't be going to the spring meet this year because I will be away, far away. All right, I'm gonna give stream just a few more minutes. I'd like to end on a nice even time here, but just so you know, and get your say now or forever. I don't know how it goes. They say it at marriages or weddings. I don't attend many weddings, so it's not like I know what the priest says. Oh, great question. Northeast Rail Productions says, do you have any Vermont rail system engines? Unfortunately, no. I'm trying to remember, though, if I have... No, I haven't ran any. But I do know... Come on, no. So I was thinking my friend Brad, I think he might have a few, and I was trying to remember if he had brought one over to run on Littleville, but I don't have any, and I've seen a few in HO scale, of course, but Vermont rail system is just, I never see them much or anything like that, so it's not like I have, although Rutland's awesome, but I don't have a very big spot in my heart, so to say, funny enough, I have a bigger spot in my heart for the Chicago and Northwestern Railway, which I have no ties to or anything like that. But I don't know why. I love the CNW so much. The 400, oh, what a cool train. What a cool streamliner. Especially speak now and forever hold your peace. Thank you, Joe. NEC Life says, again, would have been a great question. Do you have any Rutland or Erie power? No, and it's something I definitely need to improve. I would love, well, there's a lot of things I'd like, to be honest now, but I don't know, because I've got plenty of, I only want more, like 2 more Jeeps. It would be a Penn Central GP7 and a Conrail GP9, and that's it. I'm pooped out of GP7s and 9s, but a GP9 Vermont Railway would be pretty neat too, or whatever one. And then, but Rutland and Erie, maybe an HO scale someday, but it's nothing on the list anytime soon. I really messed that one up. That's embarrassing. Right, Bob does own the O-Gauge train layout. I know that. And then, thank you for saying that, Northeast Rail. Again, as one final thing, I am not going to the Amherst Railways trains. I always get it screwed up. The Amherst Railway Society's train show in Springfield, Mass. Unfortunately, can't attend. It's scheduling issues and college is starting, so I won't have that much time to... I wouldn't have enough time as I'd like to spend there, or what have you, because I don't know what the workload's going to be like this semester. Great D&H. says, do you have a least favorite D&H locomotive, one you don't like? That's a little tricky, but, least favorite. It's kind of hard. I mean, if anything, least favorite, it would probably be Guilford era when they, were painting all the C420s and stuff black with the Guilford orange stripe. But, I don't think I have any least favorite D&H locos. Although there's obviously some I like more than others, but I don't know. I don't think there is such thing as a bad D&H locomotive, in my humble opinion. Hey, Colin, well, that's what Amherst and places like the Great Train Extravaganza at Albany or eBay or whatever it is for. There's plenty of D&H out there. And it was awesome. I remember a few years ago seeing people would occasionally comment on the videos being like, oh, I saw your channel or your love for the D&H and I had to get me one. I'm like, oh, what? I know Randall. I remember Randall Ellison. I don't think he's here tonight, but he had got, I don't know if it was just for me, but he was watching my channel for a while, and he had gotten the 2 Walthers Delaware and Hudson's PAs for HO scale. And he was like, oh, Curry, look what I got. I'm like, oh, no way. So, yeah, otherwise that, though, thank you, everybody, for tuning in to tonight's stream. I hope you all had a good time. Again, it's always a pleasure to sit down and chat with you all. It's what I look forward to most over the weekend and all that stuff. But yeah. Oh, Great D&H is talking about, wait, almost there. You got from JP's. Seeing how many locomotives you got from JP's before they closed makes me jelly. I don't think I got that. Well, I got a few, but then I kind of flipped a few. So I don't have that much and all that stuff. But no, again, thank you, everybody. And again, okay, now this is the last time I'll say it. If you have any questions for me, please go over to my community page. Oh no, Brian Ruck, it came in at the right at the end of the stream. But again, if you're just strolling in and you haven't done it yet, and go do it now. But on my community page on R's Trains, I have a Q&A post. I want you to ask your model train related questions and all that stuff there. I think I'm doing like 2 questions per person. Try to keep it model train related because that's kind of the focus of R's Trains now. I won't be doing much rail fanning anymore at all. It's just too hard to be so broad with trains, and I'll try to narrow it down. But if you have any train questions about like my favorite railroad or different types of things I like to do or about model trains, please, please, please go ask your questions over there. I'll be including your comments, like, with your channel name and the little icon and your physical question in the video too that I'll be reading or just do it in general. So if you got any questions, please go hit that over there. And again, if you haven't seen my newest video, go check it out. It came out a few days ago, and it's about my Littleville collection, all the locomotives I have there. I'll be doing a 3-part series on it, so it'll be a little while. But anyways, though, thank you all for tuning in to tonight's stream. I hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to, oh no, I forgot my old outro. Again, I'm really rusty on the old streams because it's been a super long time since I've done them. But I'll see you, there we go. I'll see you all in the next video / live stream / whatever I do. So stay tuned. Bye-bye. Have a great rest of your weekend, folks. And I'll see you next week. Whatever comes in, who knows? We might have some cool locomotives to check out next week as well. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, all that stuff. But yeah, have a great night, folks.